Anyway, so I didn't think I was going to earn any money today, and then I looked inside my neighbour's alley, back alley, and there was like some frame. It's called the best price for aluminum is called sashi, and that means the window frame. So the window frame on on the houses, that's the best aluminum. And I also had I had aluminum doorway and the door and other little bits, and so that was like 120, 130 yen per kilo, so that was quite good. And then I was leaving just by chance. I just said to the guy, this is a Chinese yard, and there's two Chinese yards near me, what I use, and it was a transformer from a light fitting. So these usually heavy, they can be very, very heavy, these things. And the inside is like copper and gel. And but one yard I went to a few months ago, I loaded it. There's about 80 kilos of transformers, and they said there was no price. So I wanted to get them off the truck, so I did. And last week, same thing, just no price, zero. So I asked by chance at this yard, fucking 28 yen, same price as steel. So I don't know if steel's gone up today. And turns out 30 yen per kilo. So this is the thing is, don't take one scrapyard, what might be worthless to them or they don't find a price for, it could be another scrapyard that they've got a price for it, or they've got an outlet for it, or they're just fucking cunts if they don't give you any money for it. Could be that. But anyway, so I was very happy, so I got an extra 1,600 yen. So I got nearly 5,000 yen today, and I wasn't expecting to earn any money. So I'm reasonably happy. As happy as I can get. For a miserable bastard. Oh, I like that jacket. That's nice. You see that? Well, big guy. It looked nice. Sand coloured jacket. The strange thing on the menu, and I had some last week, is their recommended chicken. They won an award for it. And it's quite nice. 360 yen. It's just one piece of chicken for 99 yen, but it's only takeout. So I just thought that was a little bit strange. You know, what kind of person just has... what kind of person... すみません、聞いていいですか? はい。 Takeout のメニューで、はい、on アップで、ガストアップ。で、はい、like, 一つのチキン、それは99、それはテイクアウトだけ。テイクアウトだけ。でも1本、でも2本、3本、4本と頼むのがいいですか？お一つだけ。持って帰ることしかできないんですけれども、10個まで大丈夫、使えます。OK、わかりました。はい、ありがとう。はい、That's the manager that I wasn't getting on with. We seem to be okay now. Well, Reese, let's be in the show. So that's good. I've got a friend on here called Geek, and he's always having a go at me about British warm beer. I don't know why. I don't know why he does that. Why do you do that, Geek? I know he's watching. So last night, I had a meal with my daughter, and I was thinking, what is it I've really done for the kids? Apart from taking them around the world, giving them a stable home, and finding them a really good mum. And I thought, I've given her blonde hair. Very rare for Japanese, because she is Japanese. So last night, she changed the plate as usual. She tied the bloody hair. Looks alright, but the blonde is better. Radwimps, I like because the band that she likes now has a lead singer, and he doesn't describe himself as a he or a she. I'm a little function. She might be turning into a bottle boy. Geek! Talk of the devil and he shall appear. We're right, pal. Just been talking about you. Me. Always slagging me off for one beer. What about that? I don't know if you've seen that British politician. He was gloating, and he was saying, this fucking idiot called Gavin Robertson or Nicholson or something like that, he's gloating that we're the best country in the world, we're better than all the other fucking countries. What a fucking complete wank is this fucking government. I'm only hoping that other countries and their peoples realise what a fucking idiot he is. I wonder if these vaccines have got special cabinets that they can deliver them in. Because there's a lot of fucking there's got to be all right, Robin, I'm glad you've shown up. 175 million tonight, pal, is it? What is that? Is that the company that's dealing with the transportation? There's some right fucking back scratching. This guy, he got like a contract for 270 million fucking pounds, and he's bought 3 houses. Saying the pandemic has been very good for him. Don't these governments like give them so much money, see that they're doing a good job, and then release more money? I know you're the geek. Oh yeah, my fucking Jaguars are always breaking down. So are Porsche. I have been told by a friend who's trying to do a business with a big Russian guy, they are bringing Lada to Japan. many years ago. This is relating to the big fat guy that won 148 million pounds robbing, and his wife. They won a massive amount of money, but it's just brought misery for him. And there was a similar thing in Japan about 30 or 40 years ago. A Japanese guy won a lot of money, and he just made him miserable, so he just gave it all away. What I would do, I would buy a house next door to my youngest brother and fill it with fucking jippos or rockers. They're the worst people, aren't they? The fucking guys with the big motorbikes. Free accommodation, but only if you agree to rev your motorbikes up 24 hours a day. There was a case in the Midlands a few years ago, you might remember, Robin, and it was a guy, this nice family, they had a fucking group of Hells Angels move in next door to them, and they were just fucking partying every fucking weekend. Drove them fucking mental. When did that, you just fucking get a shotgun, just shoot 4 of them, and you fucking get out in 5 years. Well, that's my planning anyway. Fingers crossed. Did you catch the first part of the... I thought I had about 40 kilograms of aluminum. Turns out it was about fucking 25, 26. And but I had some transformers on. You know, the heavy transformers from the lights. Yeah, I can't know about that, pal. Even Ricky Gervais was complaining. And one scrapyard wouldn't give me any money for them. This scrapyard gave me fucking 30 yen per kilo. So now, there's near me, not too far away, there's a yard, and they have stocked up like a fucking ton of these lights. You know, if you put like a double-decker bus at the side of it, it's nearly as much as that. I was going to ask him like 10 or 20,000 to take it away, but if I can get 30 yen per kilo for transformers, it'll be 200 kilos. So that's, well, then again, there's only 6,000 yen in it. But then there's like a fucking maybe 400 kilos of steel. Yeah, but there are two types of. There's a latter day transformer is very light, and it's just got a few small copper windings. That's it, and so they have no value. But there's no weight to them in any way. But what if it's goddamn dirty money? So I remember having an argument about my sister with my brother, and I was telling him that when I was about 21, 22, 23, I said, let's give our sister £10 a week. Then when he got a load of fucking money, he was fucking Mr. Generous. Cunt. Oh yeah, I've just been. Oh, you saw that me? You might have seen that. Like they got one piece of chicken for 99 yen. But I think it's special chicken, award-winning chicken. I'm the champ. I was watching QI today. Did you watch that, Robin? Geek. QI British program. And I find myself saying something. Oh, that's quite interesting, and that's what the QI stands for. Quite interesting. And there was this bird in Malawi called the quokka, I think it's called, or is that the Australian animal? Anyway, there is this bird, and it's fucking. They're called feathered locusts, and they just cannot control it. Even they killed 1 million. They swarm in like millions, and they can't control this, and they've been using dynamite to kill them. But I'm sure they should use some kind of DNA trick, genetics trick, and they just fucking devastate crops. But you just got to cover the crops, I guess, or netting. What is the depth? I remember when I used to go to this non-ferrous company, I used to see they had all these. They would take these grindings. So in the industrial process, there'd be like little grindings of brass and copper. There's no space in between the grindings and the shavings. It's just like solid metal. They're just fucking. But that's part of the business. If you're not going to get your hands on those if you're a fucking average guy or average scrapper. You know, you're going to be delivering those, and you'll be working for the company. I've got to check on the price of steel, because the guy in the scrapyard, roofing copper, that's all right. Yeah, he never seemed to find much lead knocking about. I've got one piece which is about that long. I'm thinking of hitting someone around the fucking head with it. Well, that's not bad, is it? $150 in brass. Just check the yards before you go. Always phone the yard before you go. Just to get a price. Because sometimes I've been to yards, and then and you think it's this price, and there you go, it went down today. I've had that before. But once they tell you the price over the phone, if you like the price, they can't fucking say, they can't say other. Dog's off. Yeah, it's always you've always got to when it's like. But I said this is what he's saying. to me with my sister at the side of me, your sister's the horse, you'd go with the black man. And I said to my brother, that was my dad's words, not mine. And then I said, when my younger brother came to live with me, because they didn't want him living in a thief's den, and I'm saying, that were your words, not mine. I had several occasions where I should have fucking battered my youngest brother. And I fucking let it slip. I fucking let it slip. No, I don't understand their place. I want them to understand what I fucking did for them. I was so fucking stupid. I was so fucking stupid in one, not charging them fucking 20 quid a week, and two, not kicking them out and getting fucking nurses in. Yeah, like I say, if they hadn't given anything to my sister, I could well understand that. But they did. They gave her like several £100,000. They bought a place in Tenerife. They bought an apartment in Tenerife, and they sent her £1,000 a month, $1,600 a month. She had no rent to pay, so all she did was eat, drank, and smoke herself to death. So if your granddad passes within the next year or so, you're definitely going to come over, Geek, are you? Because Jason's promising to come over as well. So sorry, who won't help you, Geek? Well, I don't know, what do you think to this here? These are the new autumn sweets. Maybe I showed them before. Have you been to Japan, Robin? I'm just assuming that you're still there. I was trying to get in a mood today to set myself up for just eating. Like I've got like fucking 9 pounds of Quaker oats. I've got like 10 bags of fucking stew. There's 10 bags of curry. Before I went to Hawaii, on my way to Australia, New Zealand, I stayed at I stayed at the Hawaii airport like fucking at least 6 or 8 times. If I had gone into Hawaii, I probably wouldn't have come to Japan, unless I met a Japanese girl, of course. Because Hawaii just fell in love with it. It's a beautiful place. So where were you flying from? What you came east to go to America? Or was you in China or something, Hong Kong? You ever get those injuries, Robin, where they take like a few days to heal? Maybe you should get some aloe. Oh, round the world trip, wow. I did that and did it by like 1100 quid, I think it was. And what I did, I had to go back to England. So I used the. So I took out the last leg of the trip from New York to England. And then later on, at the end of my trip, I said that the ticket was missing. And I don't know where it went to, but I'd already used it. And they let me fly from New York to London again. But I just filled out a form, but it was to my old address, so I didn't give a shit. So I got a free flight. I'm just a bad person. Did you ever hear the stories of British Airways when they used to go around beating up passengers that complained? They used to send people round to beat them up. Did you ever hear that story? It's fucking true. It really is true. Anybody that had a complaint, it was like being, you weren't a fan of Oasis, and then their little fucking hangers on like used to threaten you. Yeah, I brought my niece to Japan on British Airways. My wife was fucking furious. She's saying, "Why can't we fly?" British Airways had like a young thing going at the time. A young person flight. It was the fucking cheapest. It was the best airline. But I'm not going to fucking fly a Korean if it costs more money on fucking Korean Airways. British Airways, she said, I want to fly on British Airways. Well, if that's the fucking cheapest flight, we will. So I paid for my sister and my niece to come out here. Do I get any thanks for it? Do I? Fuck. Now I couldn't afford to fucking send them on train. Anyway, so this is what I'm thinking of. Getting a loan from Rakuten for about 2 million yen. And opening up the cafe bar again. And then maybe doing gay weddings. What do you think, Robin, geek? Gay weddings, 1,000 yen a pop. There's a, at there are some certain companies in England and they sell the old stuff, I'm talking about selling like a fucking priest's, a bishop's fucking uniform that is like 100 years old or 150 years old. And the last time I looked, it was like 500 quid. So that's, because of the strength of the yen, that's fucking really cheap. They're fucking magnificent garments, without a doubt. You know, they're brilliant. I could invite people to kiss my ring. What's that worth? What's that worth, geek? About 10,000 yen? How much would you pay to kiss my ring? Kiss my ring. Discounted. In fact, I've actually got I made a video called Kiss My Ring, I think. I've got a fucking ring somewhere about Obviously, it's for show. It's a ring. I think it's a. Remember Turkish Delight, Robin? They used to have it. Is it Cadbury's? That was fucking vile. Picky hooker in Doncaster, $1. Is that why she called the police? Officer, tell this American gentleman I am worth more than $1. If if that if steel has gone up to 30 yen today, I might go out on a fucking nicking spree tomorrow. I've got about 6 or 7 refrigerators. I put that off today. The plan was to go and break up all these refrigerators, but I've got to do it tomorrow now. I had this Russian working for me, and they came back one day, and there were these around the rice fields. There were these big, heavy. It was like a square drain. It wasn't like the English drains that are in the streets. The big fucking heavy cast iron things. But it was heavy. And I said to him, "Have you sure you found this on the fucking side of the road?" He's going, "Yeah." He was a funny character, very smart guy. You forgot about my existence, so did I, mate. You're not the only one. I don't think. Would Walter use you? Walter, if you want to come back in, you can. But just don't post when you've got yourself really fucking drunk. You're an embarrassment to the Finnish nation. Do I have a day off? Yeah, I took off. Honestly, I was really fucking pissed this morning. Pissed off. Because I was just. And I put on the air conditioning and I laid down in the bed for about half an hour. That was my day off. And then I woke up, I thought, I better fucking do something. So I did. I cut up all the wood. I cut up the wood that's between the alleyway on my house. I cut that up, put that in the waste. And then my friend Colin, so when I was working for my black mate, he's Collins from Nigeria, I took over his business for a while. But what I did, there was this yard we go to, and there was lots of tin cans, but they were like covered in fucking water. So what I did, I took these boards from the back of trucks and I put them in the big fucking bin. So when they put the cans in, the cans wouldn't be a pain to fucking take out. And then he told me the other day that I need to take it away. So I took the door away and I took away a lot of fucking cans as well. So that's why I was yesterday. So I started to break up that door today. Yeah, I earned some good money when I was working for him. Yeah, the paint cans leak. So, but what this yard does, they get one can and then they split it open and they break up the other cans and they fold them up and then they put them in. So when you pick the can up, it's about 5 or 10 kilograms. So, but I've done that before. I used to go to this one company and just put on the cans. These are like 5 gallon cans of food or something like that, or oil. And I used to fill the fucking truck without breaking them down, and then go to the scrapyard with just a high load of fucking empty cans. I saw him the other day. He was taking the cat for a walk. So he was telling me that because he was telling me what he was going to do at the end of the year was to get rid of all his stainless and all of his aluminum and sell it for about 100 and his copper. Sell it for, but he told me that he'd sold it for 70 yen per kilogram, and I was trying to tell him you can get like 100 yen, 120 yen for aluminum. So, but he'd already sold it. But he's got no living expenses. If he didn't drink or smoke beer, he'd be alright. See, the thing, what I used to do a long time ago, I used to go around the streets and take the on the non-burnable days. I would go and pick up all the fucking scrap from the streets. I used to fill the truck twice, fill the truck, go back to the yard, offload it, then go back and fill the truck again. But the problem is, I was told they'd call the police the next time, and so all these councils, this is what they do now. It's reduced it now because the councils want to make money from taking the cans and the steel and the wire. So. I was thinking of going to the job centre, not the job centre, but the Hakengaisha supply company. But the place where there's some work there's a lot of fucking Pakistanis there, and I don't want to be fancy. I don't fancy being stabbed by a fucking drunk Pakistani one day because he feels guilty about drinking. So. And I think if you look at a lot of the killings that's happened in Europe and in England particularly, they were carried out by but the most recent one in France, they've all been fucking doping themselves up. And then they feel guilty after getting drunk or going with women or taking dope, and they see this as to get back into Allah's good books. They think it's good to go and kill some Christians in the name of Allah Akbar. This basically a lot of these killings are like that. So the Muslim community should keep their eye very close on these wankers, and then send them back to Texas. I was watching Bill Nye today on TikTok, and he had two overlapping maps of where the people wore masks and the number of COVID cases, and where the people didn't wear masks and the number of COVID cases. And the majority of the people not wearing masks were in red countries, red states. So because they're easily fucking brainwashed or led. People have got to be clever. He does lead from the top, whichever way. If you're a good person, a good president, a good leader, the people will follow you. If you're a selfish, bad leader, the people will follow you. Isn't that strange that it's not strange really, but Donald Trump is he's wanting to preempt pardons for his 3 children. What the fuck have your children been doing? If you already want to pardon them or pre-pardon them, what have your kids been up to? They might make a rerun in 4 years' time. Also, he's gathered $200 million to help him fight the states. He's raised $200 million, and he's spent about $20–30 million on legal proceedings up to now. If Bernie Sanders had been elected, do you think would it have been possible for him to get elected if he'd been selected for the Dem leader? But we'll have to see. You know, that Kamala Harris might shag him to death. Stranger things have happened. Geek, you know what they've gone and done? They took away the fucking cheap sausages. Can you believe that? Mini vegetable tempura bowl. Yeah, there were 3 sausages for 200 yen. Hamburger, you can't afford hamburger. It's been a while. Maybe I should have treated myself to a Gusto hamburger. Steak chicken combo. Oops, I've hit the alcohol instead. Sides. Oven baked corn. What do you think of that? 199 yen. When I first came here, that Gusto hamburger was like 500 yen. Really nice. So I don't have to have the grilled spinach, 199 yen, and bacon, or the fried Hiroshima oyster, 299 yen, which is my favorite. Or the chicken, 5 pieces, 299 yen. Or just wait till I get home. Yeah, I don't like. Did you know that corn is really one of the worst world's food? Because this is what they eat in fucking Mexico, and it fucking keeps them short. Any food that passes through my system and comes out the same as it went in, I'm a bit concerned. Or I could have a large French fries, 299 yen. They're always good, aren't they? French fries. It's alright fucking. That's their #1 food at Gusto. Yeah, maybe I should eat that. Well, I'm clicking on it, it's not fucking nothing's happening. Too late, I've ordered it. There's no going back now. So, I hope he's not going to be a constant fucking thorn in the news, because that's the main reason I was so happy that he lost. That was the main reason that I just didn't want 4 more years of this fucking cunt. People kept on saying that Melanima, whatever it is, or melanoma, that she would divorce him, but she seems 100% behind him. What do you kill? Saki no potato fry.
はい。
マヨネーズなし、塩なし、お願いします。
マヨネーズと塩なしで。はい。
お願いします。
わかりました。
ありがとう。
じゃあお下げします。
Well, you know, in England, Tony Blair, they brought in a wealth tax. And I think countries all around the world, where appropriate, they should bring in a wealth tax. Because people like Bezos, they're fucking evil. It's just a game to them. They don't need that money. They don't use that money beneficially. They don't pay taxes. So let's fucking hit these cunts with a wealth tax. And this is why Donald Trump threatened retributions against England should they bring in a wealth tax, because he was trying to use Facebook, for example, to get him to win the election. And a lot of these politicians seem to have it in their mind that these large companies will help them win elections. And especially America, they need these fucking cunts, not a wealth tax just on the billionaires, on the people that are from media, you know, not the newspapers, but the Google, Facebook, etc. They should take these and fucking take the money. That Apple has a larger cash reserve than the American government. And this guy said, this comedian says, well, so have I. Because they're fucking so much in debt. So, Geeky, I noticed you say oven-baked corn might be good. Of course, that was a ridiculous, but I'm guessing that maybe you've eaten this before. I'll tell you what is good though, chili. I've eaten chili corn as a dressing. That's fucking good. I like that. Chili, is it chili sweet corn or something like that? That's nice. I'm looking for the vinegar. I'm sure they had it here the other day. I can't see it. Oh, soup. Soup. Okay, arigato. when individual supports the party, they always get something in return far in excess of what they donated. So virtually these donations, they're just, what do you call them? Bribes. Who do you think were the first people to make chips? Was it the French or was it the British? Or a different country? In America, do most people eat with their... I'm guessing they do, because like in England, very bad manners to eat with your mouth open. Did you watch Borat, geek? So Sapporo beer last night, going into town. That Sapporo beer have just brought out a new Happo shoe beer, 180 It's quite nice. All right, Ed. Chemo. Yeah, I think in Asia they don't have this thing about eating with their mouths closed. Where are you watching from, Chemo? Oh yeah, that's pushed the bill over 1,000. Yeah, where are those places? Winnipeg. What do you think of your Prime Minister? Is he worse than our Prime Minister? Boris Johnson. So now America had a Bush for a president, Dick Cheney the cunt, and now we've got a fucking Johnson. So there was some fucking genius on TikTok the other day stating that the poor don't invest their money. Social media makes them all look bad. No, they look bad without social media. Yeah, because he's a fucking idiot. But I blame the people, the fucking people. The average person will vote in a fucking politician because they wear nice clothes or they're attractive looking. Or they've got a gun to the head. If a politician or a leader is good, I think that social media will portray that person as that. I've travelled to a lot of countries, and Canada was the place I got the roughest greeting. I'm saying, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm fucking white. I mean, it was. Oh man, that's a big bugger. There was something where he was playing about or something, and he do think I'm a maths genius or something, and then he set it up. He was such a fucking fool. I went to school 4 months, but I wasn't a very good student. Maybe I should study it again. No, but you can just see him on. You can see him on in news clips. The way he talks, what he talks about. I mean, oh, okay. So I see. So Geek is a spy. No, but you've got these. The three of them, Macron. Who was it? Macron and Trudeau, maybe Johnson. I can't remember. But they're in an open room. They're in an open room, and they're slagging off the leader of the free world, although he's a fucking idiot. There could be repercussions in saying you've got to do that shit in private. We all know Donald Trump is a fucking idiot. But if you go out there in public saying it, then it can only lead to bad things. It shows the same with Johnson, and it looks as though all today's politicians are fucking immature. An ice pack. So which country did you come from? Don't tell me. You wouldn't be surprised if Geek was a fucking pommy. Just that one guy. The minister for fucking, I don't know if it's Spirit of Health or whatever, but the spokesman for the COVID is almost crying the other day because he lost his granddad. It turns out the guy was so fucking far away from him, it was untrue. There was it was his grandma's husband's second wife, cousin, that met someone in fucking South Africa. Pomegranate. Yeah, because as you know, as you may know or may not know, I'll teach you something now. Her family grew pomegranates in Spain, and she had this pomegranate stitched in her clothing, and just for that's why he divorced her. We don't need, I'm sure you've heard that before, because Australians and English people are always arguing prisoner of Mother England. So if they went to Australia, they were called pommies, but then they became Australians, so they are prisoners of Mother England. So prisoners of Mother England are actually Australians. What about Jason? Has Jason got Australian blood? There's a program here called Go to Eat, but I don't know how it works. Oh my God. I suspected as much. My granddad was, he stole a handbag when he was 6 years old, and he was tripped up by someone. And he spent the next 6 years of his life in a remand school in Leicester. My father was like a renowned thief and wife beater, so I've got bad genes on both sides of the family. I could almost be related to Geek. Or Ed, by the looks of it. Well, if he comes to Japan this month, we can quiz him. When Granda was in reform school, my brother, maybe my youngest brother, was also reform school. I just narrowly, in New Zealand, I narrowly avoided prison. Same in Japan. When I was younger, I used to think they were a waste of time. But when you look back on it, the amount of work they put in, but apart from that, they're German, but they worked very hard, And I wouldn't like to have my fucking 2/3 of my year planned out that I've got to go here this day, that day, say this, say that, look impeccable, and if for 1 minute you didn't look impeccable or you made a mistake, all the national newspapers would pick up on it. Yeah, I don't think that's a fucking good idea. And also, like, Prince Charles has got the Duchy of Cornwall, so he provides a lot of employment in his in the Duchy of Cornwall. That will be passed on to Prince, if it hasn't been already. That will be passed on to his son. But if I were the Queen, looks like she's going to carry on reigning because she wants to set up her record, 1953. So maybe she's been on the throne, what's that, 67 years, 77 years? 60. Well, we're all related, aren't we? We're all related. We are all related. My ancestors go back to the beginning of time. And as you're looking at my face, you can tell. I am a great man indeed, but I'm also a very poor man. I saw a video on TikTok today, and they were like helping this old man, and he was in his 90s, and they cleaned up the place he was in. It was like an open front shed. They cleaned it up, then they gave him a mattress to lay on, and the mattress was about that fucking thick. Uh, 2050. Yep, I lived through that COVID-19, aye. 80-20. In 1970s. I think 1980s was best for music. That was my plan to go and teach in Saudi Arabia when I was 21, 22. I am guessing that they will. Why did I settle with Japan? Because you pay, probably because you pay very little tax, and you could get a lot of money. You could get a lot of money for being white and English speaking. That's probably why. When I went down to London with my English speaking voice, everybody just took the piss. Yeah, there are a lot of people that come here, and what they pick fault with is, see, there are a few bars here that won't allow foreigners. But the thing is, these bars, they charge a lot of money. You know, we're talking like $100, $200, $300. And if you give a $200 fucking bill to a gaijin, they won't like it and they'll start fucking arguing. So this is why they don't let fucking gaijin in. Thank you very much, Jake. See, please watch all my 5,000 videos. A lot of people who come here, they're in, you know, their 20s, they're in their early 20s, and they have these fucking ideas, and but on the whole, it's 90% of it is good. You know, where else in the world can you can come here, get a well-paid job, you've got no fucking experience, you've got no fucking skills, but you can still earn a living, then better living than the majority of the population. People will buy you drinks because you're a fucking foreigner. Girls will sleep with you because you're a foreigner. What's not to like? And that's what someone said about my contributions to a satire site. What's not to like? And that guy is now working for The Guardian in London, or one of London newspapers. Maybe I should have one more wine. Why is my rent so expensive? I thought last night I said I think I promised myself I wasn't going to have any more beer. I'm such a lame twat. How's the day been? Right. I managed to earn nearly $50 for about 2 hours work, so. So maybe the price of steel's going up, hopefully. Then see if I can nick a load of stuff tomorrow. Or cut open a lot of wheels. Thank you. Oh, that's a nice man. Thank you very much. I was going to say, yeah, a lot of copper now is over 700 yen per kilo. So that's. But the most expensive thing actually is about $20,000 a kilo. But fuck knows where I can get my hand on it. I used to live in the Yellow Submarine. "12 people watching, wow, what time?" People must be getting back into the pubs. I think the best day I had recently was, I think, I had about 30 kilograms of copper. Yeah, where was it doing that though? You know, you can't really do that. Is this in America? Like, I just go into the places that I know, but otherwise it's stealing. If it's in Escape and they're throwing it away, then fair enough. But I am really surprised that the owners of those businesses are not doing that. I've been to a few places and broke up sinks and toilets to get the brass out, things like that. A long time ago, they would freely give you stuff. They would give me. When they do a building site in Japan, what they do, the electricians go out and they set up a pole with a meter on for the site, and on 2 occasions I was asked to take away all these poles, what they gathered. So they put a new pole in every time. But then when business became tight, they started to reuse these poles because there's nothing wrong with them. But I was getting like nearly a ton of these poles. Of these poles to put on the truck, but not since. Sorry, I was trying to be clever. I wasn't on the yellow machine. I don't think I could go in the submarine. I don't know how they do that. I didn't realise, claustrophobia, from that, where Santa Claus comes from, claustrophobia, because they go down the chimney. Did you know that? Keith, did you scare Jenny away? Santa submarine phobia. Yeah, they get, you know, these submariners, they get extra money for being locked up on the fucking ship because they're working 24 hours a day. I bet they have some right psychological tests before they can become a submariner. Yeah, someone put a post on the Facebook page today. They were saying 80% of the people who are asymptomatic with the COVID, they don't feel a thing. And then they said, but they said with the vaccine, 80% makes them sick. I thought those wine yards were burnt down, geek. Know what this fucking idiot MP that was saying that Britain was the best country, better than any other country. They should give him the fucking vaccine first. But 30 were lost, and 100 is still quite a fair percentage. Yeah. Smoky, well, I've had I don't know, I've had smoky duck or something like that. Yeah, I'm not too keen. Hello Taha, how are you? I'm getting a little bit drunk now. I had a carafe and I've just had this one. I just got up so many times to piss last night. Kura sushi? No, it's Augusto. It's just a sushi chain. One of the yen shop. So I parked the truck for the night now and just walk home. Well, I guess I can still smell, so I haven't got the COVID. Well, you can bloody make that in America, you know. Easy to make. All you need is like some sweet sauce. Try some A1 sauce. So I'm just wondering if I should apply for a loan, set the fucking house up for the bar again, and then hopefully the festival Blossom will be on next year. I just wonder if the Japanese government is going to apply to ask Pfizer for some drugs. Yeah, no, the food I used to make was okay. It was just too much food for the Japanese. Sausage, isn't it? What? Sausage names? What sausage are you going to use? No, I used to make good Yorkshire puddings. Yorkshire puddings are very difficult to make, but I used to make good ones. Oh, sounds good. I don't know. It's a bit. I could buy them and sell them at buy them for 200, sell them for 500. So that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe there's some drinks you can buy, and from Japanese Walmart. Before I had Carlsberg online, but I don't think I mess with that again. Too much messing about with fucking draft beer, and especially if you have a low clientele. No, I saw him a few days ago. He was taking the cat for a walk. SpaghettiOs. Oh my god. No, but also you don't have to have cheap French plonk. You can get cheap Chilean plonk. No, but do what everyone else does now. Is get decent, getting up at 1,200, 1,400 yen for 4 bottles in a box, 3 litres. probably make some. I'll have to get back into making sangria. But when we sold this sangria in Tokyo, it was fucking really good. It put you in a really good mood. But the Japanese didn't want to drink it. Only sold a few. But sangria, I'm not talking about sangria that's made in fucking 10 minutes. I'm talking about sangria that's made in 5 days, 6 days. And it's just really nice. Yep, I can make salsa. I used to always take salsa to parties. All you got to do in salsa is just use fresh tomatoes, cilantro, and some jalapenos. But I was reading something about the other day about the Costco chicken, and it's that cheap because they just want, it's a lost leader. You get some red wine, half a bottle of brandy, loads of fruit, and then some cinnamon, and then you just put it in a big barrel for 5 days, and then you just drain it. And it's got strength and taste. And like I say, it's not like tequila. It actually makes you feel very good. It's a great drink. It gives you a good outlook on life. This is why there's no trouble in Mexico. Bottle of sangria, then the head for the fucking, then the head for the wall. Gooseberries, okay. For sangria? Or gooseberry wine? Yeah, the hub the other day, they said on the 4th, which was yesterday, that they were going to have like all you can eat beef and all you can eat chicken for 40 minutes. But my daughter hasn't got a fantastic appetite, so I thought maybe not a good idea. Has your appetite started dropping yet, Ed, or what? Given our similar ages. If you ever want to throw someone on the floor, what you've got to do is do a reverse. See what the damage is. Oh my god, 1,200. 1,300, I didn't expect that. I should have gone home and just had a fucking bottle of 400 wine. No! We've seen it's a decanter, it's a decanter. A decanter. But seeing as I wasn't expected to earn anything today, so about 4, so 3,000 clear. Yeah, I guess as you do, especially 70s, 80s, Homemade pickles. What did you make the pickles from? Which vegetable? I'm trying to think what fruit we used to put in that thing. I think it was like oranges, lemons. I think maybe like citrus fruits.
Alright, new challenge. Put your hand near your dog like you're going to pet them.
It's just sort of one. I don't know if you should have had another one. I guess I'll sleep well. Maybe I need to make a big Yorkshire pudding. I love Peking. Come on, I was turning away. And I'm eating nothing, I've finished eating. I might go into the supermarket next door, see if we can get some half-price snacks.
Oh, fuck that, it's tough.
Hey, are you talking to me? Will I film what? If you watch the video for this, if you watch this from the beginning, you can see me eating various foods. Kibi. I don't know any idea of what or who Kibi is. What I used to do. No, I don't think so. I don't know Kibi. Is it Kimi? The guy from Austria? No, I don't know him. So has he introduced a channel or something? Or maybe that's why his wife's getting jealous. Thank you. Yeah, I was talking to Victor the other day. He was doing press-ups. He did 58 press-ups. He's 53. I told him that was fucking quite impressive. Doing 53, doing 58, was it 58? 58 press-ups. Good press-ups as well. He's strong, Victor, without a doubt. So I would have to kick him in the balls first. There are ways to defeating stronger opponents. Victor is nuts. Okay, why'd you say Victor is nuts? I don't know. I don't think he's any more crazy than the average guy. Boundless doesn't drink. He's a bore. I would never like to have drinks with that guy. So I'll have to watch out for you then, Kaimo. Yeah, is he still drinking those? Is he still drinking those? They're horrible, horrible drinks. My opponent has been on the floor in seconds, so it's maybe judo does help. Yeah, it's just once you've done so long doing something, it just doesn't. It just comes to you natural. So. But I will be watching out for people that are, if you were gonna kick me in the nuts, I would just catch your leg Simple as that. And then I just shove you onto the floor. Dead. No, you don't shoot you and you just shoot him with an LSR. Well, look who's turned up. Just a good job we had the extra wine then. All right, Jason. You had Thai food. Oh, that sounds good. I like Thai food. I like those spongy noodles in that sauce. Cheers, Jason. Oh, I think I've had too much now. Just think, all the there are only losers in Thailand and the Philippines with native women is because they can't get into Japan. It's a little bit tougher. You got to marry a Japanese woman. I wouldn't be a. There was some Australian guys, and they wanted to. There's a thing here. If you've got a special skill, you can get into the country, and so they applied for a visa for making Australian food. And they said, Australian food, like French food, yeah, German food, yeah, you can get a visa, Thai food, you can get a visa. But Australian food, no one's heard of Australian food. So what they did, they took down like all kinds of Australian food to the, I don't know if it's to the embassy or whatever, but they made like water buffalo, bison, kangaroo, all kinds of exotic Australian animals, and they put that on the menu, and they invited the press or whatever, and then they managed to get their visa. So that's why you've got post-traumatic distress order. Dash Camu. Too many horse pipes and tennis balls. I've had kangaroo before, not in a sexual sense, but in a kangaroo burger, I've had that. Kangaroo steak, kangaroo kebab. But they did get their visas. This must be. What, the kangaroo? I think it's just a taste, you know. The place where we had kangaroo was at a Japanese all-you-can-drink, 980 yen for 2 hours. All fucking homemade beer. You know, like the still was on the site. I've had a moose knuckle. And I've had Moosehead beer. That Moosehead beer is good. Yeah, that was one of the best ones. 980 yen for 2 hours. The only thing you had to do was order like two dishes each, and the dishes weren't very expensive. Yeah, I think it. Yeah. Yeah, when I used to cook, like, I used to use cloves. It's good. It's good flavour. But I tell you what, I had bear meat once. All I had to do was waiting while it was taking a shit. They're okay. No, I think you should only put cloves in fucking red wine. I'll have to try and make some glühwein this winter. She was the fattest vegetarian that I'd ever seen. Just trying to remember one of my poems. I met this fat. I can't remember if she was from Australia or from America, but she was really fat, and she said she was a vegetarian. I was taken aback. Well, this was my conundrum. I couldn't figure out how she could be a. She might have just started being a vegetarian. I don't know. She was the fattest vegetarian. But she was also quite mad, like Ronald Reagan, something like that. Anyway, forget it. TV dinners. When you have to start chewing the fucking valves, that's when it gets a bit rough. When I was just got my house, so this was 1980, something like that, and I used to have chow mein. It was called vegetable chow mein, Vesta chow mein. That was it. And they were all right. You know, like they had fucking, I don't know, 2 or 3 pouches with the rice and the fucking sauce and whatever. Yeah, I thought they were all right, those Vesta chow meins. Wonder if they're still going. Don't forget, this time there was no like. The only thing in England was fucking chip shops. But I just can't, like my sister, she used to order a load of food and they spend like 20 quid on a fucking takeout. Fucking 20 quid on a fucking takeout. Yeah, my sister used to make them double fried chips. So you cook them so far, take them out, then put them back in. Do you mean that? I think it makes them crispier. I think that's the idea. Is it a wild dream? Good. It's called a Russian rollover. Or a sour Russian. I'll be there. I'll be there. Golobutsi. Don't tell the Romanians that. The guy that worked for me, he was born in Romania and then they moved to Germany when he was 5. Very. This German, well, he's a Romanian kid, brought up in Germany, but he hacked into the neighbour's Wi-Fi to get free Wi-Fi. In fact, the few Romanians that I do know here in Nagoya, they're all doing very, very well for themselves. Deep fried Oreos? Are you serious, Ed? Maybe I should do that on the. But I don't. I'm not sure if you can even get Mars bars in Japan. But I think if you put, with the deep fry Mars bars, I don't know what batter they use, but I think if you use, the sweet pancakes, if you use that batter mix with Mars bars or Snickers, I think that could taste okay. So that's what I could sell in the restaurant: deep fried Snickers and heroin. Deep fried heroin. Where did you eat one of those? There is a video. Slice it into long pieces or slice it into little chunks, then do it. But to have like a big one, it's fucking years since I had a Mars bar. In Mansfield, wow. Not Scotland. Iron Brew, yeah, are you sure that's not fucking Scotland? I wouldn't imagine, was it a Scottish bar or something? Iron Brew is a Scottish drink, the Scottish soft drink. And also another one is called Dandelion and Burdock. Yeah, I've seen that video, the iron, the what is it, the Heart Attack girl. A Scottish chip shop in Mansfield. Because you realise Mansfield is it's not too far from Sheffield, actually. It's on the outskirts of Sheffield, I think. I just hope she's okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm from Nottingham. What a con. She was a spoilt child that got knocked up. I like the UK apart from me. Everybody says that. But it depends which part of the world you're in. Not all orange juice is sweet. God knows what that means, Dash. One of the sweetest things that I ever tasted was tea in fucking America, where you got served with a meal. Lipton's tea, fucking unbelievably sweet. And the other thing was in Japan, it was like cocoa from a fucking machine. Unbelievably sweet. Well, I don't know if it's supposed to be sweet tea, but it was just like like in a canteen in a mall where they had lots of different places. It was just so fucking sweet. It was sickly sweet. I couldn't drink it. No, I ain't had boba. I've had one from China called pu'er. That's the most vile thing I've ever drank. Pu'er tea. Yeah, it's. I think you need a foreigner from a different country to tell you how bad that fucking product is. I think that tea would be one example of why Americans are so fat if they drank that. Be a good idea to dig up his grave in 3 months. There's a little, on this ordering screen, there's like a little light. I'll show you this. And I just wondered, is that, see that green light there? You see it above that gusto, the yellow, top left hand corner. Looks very suspicious. Fucking 46 years old. This is only the advantage the poor have over the rich. We can live longer. Yeah, I think when you're talking about having chest pains earlier, Dash, when I was doing well, I used to get all these fucking wines and cheeses and meats. You know, like Italian pest chains, and even chest pains. Being poor, I haven't had so many fucking chest pains, which is good. So you know about this guy then, Ed? Well, there you go. If you're fucking drugs, if you're doing drugs and everything, then. I heard cocaine. My friend said once you take it, and then it makes you want to take it again and again and again. No, sir, no sympathy. I bet his 22-year-old wife's happy. The thing I did once, and what kind of company was Zappos? Jeffrey Bezos just looks fucking evil. a shoe sales company that sold for $1 billion. I wonder if it was that married with children. In America, you've got Bezos. In England, we've got Bozos with Boris Johnson. Who took nitrous oxide? Yeah, I've heard about now it can be poisonous. That's a laugh. I was in New Zealand when I saw that, and working in timeshare, and one of the guys on the timeshare team, his mum was a producer on that show, and so on Friday night we used to go to his place and watch it. Who died in a fire? This Zappo. He needs a haircut, he needs a good fucking smack around the head with a fucking bar. Boris Johnson and his ilk, they're running this government as though it's some kind of fucking gag or a fucking joke. Now, ministers are literally giving away contracts to their next door neighbour. I'm not fucking kidding. You know, there are no checks and balances. You just know this guy, it's all right, give him the contract that's worth fucking £75 million. I'll have to have a look at that later. But it was a good fucking show, that one. Al Bundy's classic. But I think with all those series though, like Malcolm in the Middle, the best actors were the older actors, you know, like the mum. Like the Von Trapps. That Russian, that Canadian actor, what's his name? He played a paedophile in the film. Because he was shagging the eldest daughter. Right, I really must make this on my last wine. So if you're gonna come over, then geek, coming over in a while. So if you're gonna come over, we'll have to do a do you want to do a Nomi Hodai at Izakaya? Or the hub? 1400 yen, 90 minutes, all you can drink. Thank you, you're so kind. What's your name? Suzuki-san, oh, again. Suzuki-san. Genki desu yo. Watch this, make it fall out like that and then put it in the middle. Yeah, please, thank you. You can take that as well. Thank you. The fucking, I tell you what, the orders, just look at that, yeah. Look at that, that's a fucking good serving, that, isn't it? Even Ed would be happy with that. English equals happy together. You've got to understand that as though as the English people, don't you? One big happy family. So on that TikTok, you see a few putting their cases forward. In America, they really got fucked over, didn't they? Same in Australia, they really got fucked over. Tenerife, they really got fucked over. Ireland, fuck them. Did you know that I didn't know that in there used to be Irish slaves. They used to come to Ireland and cart off the Irish people. And this is why in Jamaica you have got fucking white Jamaicans. They were slaves. So it's not just black people that were slaves. It was mainly black people. No, but Dash, you're saying that about they're following, copying. That show you just said, what's his name? They are copying that. But when Friends came out, you got lots of American shows doing the same thing, that they would copy that format. So you got 3 or 4 Friends shows that were just like the main Friends. One Friends that I liked was the Phoebe's brother. When Phoebe's brother, he married that older woman. That was funny. And then Phoebe carried the babies for them. Am I missing some chat here? Well, I missed so many fucking messages. Yeah, Bryan Cranston's a great actor. I missed a lot of. I'm going through all the messages I missed now. Al Bundy was in another successful American series, something Modern Family. That was it. I've only watched like one or two shows on that. Hang on a minute, I just got to go offline for about 30 seconds. Hello, Ken. Maybe Filipinos are going to take over the world. The one thing I like about Filipinos is just how sincere they are with their religion. There was this Turkish guy called Arif. and he was a bricklayer of sorts. And so his Philippine girlfriend was asking where he was and who he was with, and then he goes, "Oh, I'm here with Gary." So I stood up, turned my back to her, and mooned her. I pulled my trousers down in the bar, and I think she got the message. Don't be bitchy. Not a big fan of Philippine people. Oh dear. It's funny you should mention that, but there was a Philippine restaurant just up the road from here, and I know a few people that went to it. They said it tasted like shite, even Philippine people, and it ended up being an insurance job. I heard they are cunts, but that's only fucking from personal experience doing business with them and having the cunts working for me. The only thing Philippine people are interested in is money. Best money that people can buy. My mate was sending 20,000 into this young Philippine girl, and so he could go and visit her and fuck her when he had time off. And then when she graduated a course from college or whatever, she wanted to come to Japan, and he went, "No, you can't come to Japan." So he ended up getting another Philippine girl. They're like buses. One I don't. No, I didn't hear. Is that Bali wants to stop drinks or the ruling government? No, because Bali's like totally different to the rest of fucking Indonesia, isn't it? But the thing is, when I went to Bali, I just got the shits every fucking day. That will kill Bali as a fucking place to go. No one will want to go if there's no beer. But having said that, like I said, I got shits every day for 2 weeks. You know, the wife and kids didn't get shits, so I could only put it down to the beer or with the way it was served or whatever. But Talk of the devil, my mate just turned up. Like a moped. He went into a ditch or was knocked into a ditch. They found him the next morning and he died in hospital a few hours later. Maybe go to Tijuana, you'll be okay in Tijuana. I think I'm getting a really fucking... I was trying to count up, maybe I've had about 8 wines now, so that's maybe just over a bottle, coming up to a bottle and a half. No, she's blows hot and then cold, so I thought we was going to get together last week, but she changed her mind, so... Would be nice if we would, but like I said, she's very funny as well, so... Very funny, very smart. And she's fruity. So I guess 8 glasses of wine will do it. Not 5. Or maybe just over a bottle. She's a nice kid, yeah. But she's on the verge of leaving her family for good. She's going to maybe go and live by herself, I don't know, so maybe that's a lot of stress on her. Like her dad was like helping her with the kid in the morning. It's like the kid went to sleep early and woke up at 5, then the dad would look after the kid from 5 o'clock until 6 o'clock. He wanted paying for it. Her own dad wanted paying for looking after his own granddaughter for 1 hour in the morning. And I thought my brothers were cunts. Yeah, it's very rare to see a lot of makeup on these girls, without a doubt. I've seen a lot of stories on TikTok where American religious parents are kicking their own kids out of the house because they're fucking gay or whatever. I just can't believe it. I think in this day and age, with all the social media and the news and everything, you should realize, people should realize that some kids are gay, and it's as simple as that. There's no evilness about it. But how you can turn your back on your kids is untrue. What persuasion, Jason? You mean you kick your kids out? You live with other men like me. I don't know what that means, man. I thought you lived by yourself. You're a collective in the cottage, mate. Oh, Ken, I thought for a minute I thought it was Dan. Okay. You're a collective in a cottage. Well, that's a new that's a new counter. What do you call it? A counter? So were you kicked out, were you, Ken? Yeah, well, there are a lot of countries like that, especially in Africa, the West Indies, so yeah, it's very, very dangerous, yeah. There was an English comedian, I didn't know he was gay, but he made his program and he came out as gay, and then he went to the West Indies or that area, and another person had to do the interview because he was too shit scared to get out of the car because it would have been so dangerous. So, you know, but like I said, you know, it's in this day and age, you know, this people should accept or realise that people are different, you know. So, that's why Ed went to. That's why Ed went to Las Vegas, where all the showgirls are. The Boers, do you mean when you say the Boers, they're the Afrikaans? But aren't they, apart from the black people, aren't they're the majority of the white people, yeah? What do you mean they hide bodies of gay people in the crops? Oh, okay. Can you not go to either of those countries? Then again, I suppose if you're earning your living in but like I say, if you know, like if your life's in danger, you know, it's probably best to get out of there. Or come to Japan and we can open up a curry house. If you can cook. And you got investment money. Yeah, I'll have to find a lady friend first. Or maybe she'll come. If someone's cooking food, maybe she'll visit. What is your... what is CT? Is that Connecticut? Country Texas? The Canadian terrain? Californian Tannenbaums? What is CT, Ed? This fucking jacket's minging. This is in Cape Town. I don't know, maybe it might have just been made legal. I think maybe it's just been made legal, maybe. But I really not 100% sure. You can Google it. Well, this is why I'm hoping it is, because, like I said, that's an idea I've had on my mind for a while. Is as a bishop, doing gay weddings, doing gay marriages, you know. But like, and say, like the whole package where I do the wedding, sing songs, and then mix with the couple and their families, you know. So I just wouldn't. Marry them, because I've done about 3,000 weddings, I think, something like that. So I've done a lot of weddings. Very experienced in that. And so this, like I say, and I actually got a bishop's gown, but I've lost the mitre, so I need to get a new one. Yeah, South Africa, a long fucking way that, isn't it? Well, I guess then you would have to search the gay sites in Japan. I think fucking putting on a gown and fucking marrying people is not really talented. As Ed would tell you that. Well guys, I'm getting a little bit tired. I'm going to go next door to Appetite and see if I can overindulge myself on some half-price food. Because that's what we... I noticed one of my treats, well I used to like tiramisu in a small cup, and then when they put the price up like 10 or 20%, and I stopped eating it. And then I just eat it if it was like a few days, or if it was discounted. And then recently, they've been discounting food here because it's a reopening. And I just realised how much nicer it was when it was fresh. I used to be rich, but I used to have a lot of money. It all disappeared. But Johnny's been watching in the background. Yeah, I don't know if there's a gay scene in the go, but every now and again there used to be, like they call them, not recently. But I'm sure, it's a big city, so there's going to be gay people. Why you not rich? I had a mate that was gay, but he played it straight, and he was married with 3 kids, but I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't help having a strong Yorkshire voice. People just fall for you. Oh dear. I fucking got fed up last night, Ed. I was up about fucking 6 or 7 times fucking pissing. I thought I wasn't going to do that tonight, but it looks like I'm going to do it again tonight. I don't remember fucking drinking all that much water, so obviously it must be in the fucking fat, putting all the fucking, sorting all the poisons out. Anyway, so, I don't know, mate, I don't know. But I'm still. Alright guys, I'm gonna go off before the fucking link dies again. What are you asking? What, Ed? Don't. You've only just fucking. It's been 2 hours and you just come on now saying don't cough. Keep talking. It's Johnny. It's 10%. The battery is under 10%, man. Are you still working at the shrine, Johnny? This has been going quite a while. It must have been fucking 2 hours. What time is it now? Let's have a look. So this is 2 hours, 2.5 hours. This is one of my longest streams. This is stop bitching. That's what kids are for. My kids never drove me crazy. Not at all. They were great kids. They never... The only time they got upset when my oldest boy was picking on his sister. That's the only time they upset me. That's the only time. But otherwise, they were great kids. Good kids. I really can't understand people that complain about their kids. I really can't. My mother used to kick us out of the house. She used to say, get out. Do you know why she said that, Johnny? Because she was a fucking cunt. That's why she said that, Johnny. She was a selfish fucking cunt. Her mother was a selfish fucking cunt, and probably her grandmother was a selfish fucking cunt. I've come to Japan and I've seen how Japanese people react with children. They react with children with love. A lot better parents, a lot better parenting. There you have it. I wanted to be with my kids. I raised my kids. My son till he was 4.5, he was with me at home. I was at home with my son and with my daughter until she was 2.5. I should have kept her later. I should have kept her longer. I had no complaints. I didn't bitch or moan how difficult it was to fucking raise kids. But nowadays, everyone seems to be bitching and moaning. Kids are great, Johnny. On this child's advisory note, bye-bye. Oh, really? Fucking. So your mother's a cunt too? Oh, dear. Is that why you moved out? Oh, dear. She needs a good slap, Ken. There's no forgiveness in things like that. Some people come out with the bullshit. Blame the sin and not the sinner. Blame the sin and not the person. No, it's the cunt, the person that is doing it. So you've got to blame the person. You've got to smack the person. You've got to beat the person. You've got to choke the person. You've got to shove your fingers right up their fucking nostrils. Then pull them out and give them a slap. There's no forgiveness for certain crimes. Johnny, don't forget, your kids are great. Good night.